Sponsored by Intermountain Health and the Utah Department of Health and Human Services.
Hi everyone, I am joined with Dr. Adam Ware, who is a physician with the U of U Health and Primary Children's Hospital. Thank you so much for joining us. Talking about identifying cholesterol issues in young children, that may be not something that people would normally think about.
Yeah, it's something that we typically associate heart disease in the adult population, but the risk factors that lead to heart disease are present in kids, and if we identify those risk factors at a young age, then we can actually start to intervene and prevent those heart attacks and strokes later on.
So what are those screenings like for, because now it's one thing to try to screen adults, we can kind of handle the surprises, but kids, that's different.
Yeah, we want to make it as simple as possible for kids, and so typically we're doing a point of care test, which means we just do a finger stick for a small sample of blood, and then we can use a machine and get the cholesterol levels right there. So no need to fast, no need to go to a lab to get that done. You can just do it in your pediatrician's office, and it can be really important for your child, but as well as adults. There can be genetic causes of high cholesterol, and a lot of times we identify a child has high cholesterol, and it unlocks kind of this vision of the whole family having a risk factor.
And so it's not necessarily diet all the time when we think about high cholesterol.
Yeah, and in fact, one of the most important reasons to screen is for genetic causes. Lifestyle obviously plays an important role, and we want to make sure that people have good nutrition and are exercising regularly. But the real reason to screen is that you may have a genetic cause in your family. So if you have a family history of heart disease, even more important to be screened.
But if the parents don't know if they have a history, but yet the child comes out to be positive during the screening for high cholesterol, there's room for concern.
Yeah, we would want to screen the family as well at that point. That's why we advocate for universal screening but for kids between 9 and 11 years old, because we recognize that cholesterol is a silent condition. You don't know if you have high cholesterol until that first heart attack, but we don't want to get you there.
Screening wise, really quick as we wrap up, is this something that is charged or is this a free screening? What would you tell people?
Go to your pediatrician and talk to them about it. I think that it just gets wrapped up into that pediatric visit, and so part of that visit that's important.
All right, Dr. Ware, thank you so much for joining us. All right, we're going to turn our attention to what's happening outside and check in with Sean.